Limitations live only in our minds. But if we use our imaginations, our possibilities become limitless. Hello, friends. I welcome you all to another video from InfoZone Lecturate. Hoping that you all are doing great. So, with that note, let's discuss our today's topic. The topic of utmost importance, that is Middle East crisis. So, before starting, I'd like to have certain questions. Everybody's sounding Middle East crisis. What is Middle East crisis? Why it is always in the news? Why it's always in the air throughout the year? So, with that note, let's discuss in detail. So, certainly, we are starting with what is Middle East? What is actually Middle East? So, the Middle East, which include the following nations, that is Turkey, Cyprus, Syria, Lebanon, Iraq, Iran, Israel, Bahrain, Gaza Strip, Jordan, Egypt, Sudan, Libya, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Oman, Afghanistan, UAE, that is United Arab Emirates, then Kuwait, Qatar, and Palestine. So for your reference, here is a map of Middle East. So you can have a deeper look at it and at the member nations as well. And to tell you all, the Middle East falls on the west side to India. Before starting a video, we discussed the point. We questioned a thing, that why Middle East is always there in the news. So the reason is that Middle East is always involved in series of conflicts. These conflicts are in the air throughout the year because Middle East is one of the great importance to the whole world. Middle East is rich in reserves of oil and gas, which is exported to the rest of the world. The Middle East is home to various peoples like the Turks, Kurds, Persians, Jews, and Arabs. The religion followed in the Middle East is Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Out of all, Islam is the major religion in the region. Further, Islam is divided into two, that is Shia Islam and Sunni Islam. Earlier, we took into our minds that Middle East is always in the news because of certain conflicts. Now let's have some look at what are these conflicts. What are the reasons for these conflicts? So talking about the conflicts, the first one is the way Middle East was divided after the First World War by the foreign powers. The second is that spread of Wahhabism across the region. The third, Israel-Palestine conflict. The fourth, that is regional rivalry between Saudi Arabia and Iran. And the last one is American foreign policy. Now let's start with detail. The first one, that is how the way Middle East was divided by the foreign powers. During First World War, the British and French power convinced the Arabs to revolt against the Ottoman Empire in exchange for an independent Arab state. After First World War, the Middle East was divided by the British and French powers according to their own interests. Now, as the region was divided between the French and the British, but as the World War II ended, the British and the French powers could no longer continue their imperial strategy and left the region, but the borders they created that remained the same. This resulted in people with different beliefs and ideology ended up living side by side in the same country. Ethnic groups such as Kurds ended up with no home of their own. So in brief, actually after the First World War, the British and French they divided the Middle East with their own interests, right? And then after the end of World War II, they could no longer pursue their imperial strategy. They could no longer continue their acceptance in the region, so they left. But actually, what the borders they created that remained the same, and this made people like with different beliefs and different ideology but deeply connected. They ended living side by side, okay, like your neighbors. And discussing the second one, that is spread of Wahhabism. A powerful dynasty, that is the House of Saud, had been fighting for the control of much of the Arabian Peninsula. What is the Arabian Peninsula? That Middle East region, that the area of Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, and all that. Thus, in 1932, Saudi Arabia was created as an independent state with the House of Saud ruling the nation. The rulers followed a fundamentalist doctrine of Islam known as Wahhabism. Also, with the discovery of oil reserves, Saudi Arabia became rich in the midnight oil. So certainly, as we move forward, we are going to talk about the Israel-Palestine conflict. Now, talking about the conflict, both Jews, that is the Israelis, and Palestine lay claim to its land in the small part of the Middle East. And this small part, what I'm talking about, is Jerusalem. And after First World War, the British came to control the region, and a British Palestine mandate was declared. Later, large number of Jews started migrating to the British Palestine mandate. After Second World War, the British, who promised to establish the Jewish state, were unable to do so and looked forward to the United Nations for the same. Further, the United Nations proposed two separate states both for the Jews as well as for the Palestine. But as British moved, war broke out between Israel and the Arabs. Later, Israel gained the Palestine's area and thus the war continues. Also recently, a news came that the conflict between Israel and Palestine escalates near the Gaza Strip. And further, the Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem had been a center of violence on the Jerusalem Day. Further on, moving ahead and talking about the rivalry between Saudi Arabia and Iran. The relation between both the nations soared after the Iranian Revolution in 1979. After change of power in Iran, both the nations competed for dominance and influence in the Middle East, resulting in proxy war fought in various places such as Yemen and Syria. Also to tell you, Saudi Arabia has majority Sunni Muslims, whereas Iran has majority Muslims, that is Shia Muslims. Now as we move on, we are going to talk about the last region, that is American foreign policy. After the World War, America maintained its presence in the Middle East to stop the spread of Soviet-backed communism. After discovery of oil, America, already with a strong foothold, tried to protect its interests in the Middle East. America in the region maintained strong ties with the nations such as Israel and Saudi Arabia. Further, on 11 September 2001, Al-Qaeda carried out the attack on World Trade Center in New York, and in response, America invaded Afghanistan, where Osama bin Laden was given shelter. Further, America carried out a strike on Iraq as well, linking President Saddam Hussein with the support of terrorism. With America not having much proofs against Iraq, it had to withdraw back in 2011. Further, this made a fertile ground for the terrorist groups such as ISI, that is Islamic State of Iraq, to flourish more. In the same year, the Arab Spring protests erupted, which caused civil war in Syria. Thus, ISI moved to Syria and became ISIS, what we call it as Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. So friends, that was all from my side. Hoping that you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that like button and do subscribe channel if you are new. Also, if you have any doubt, please do comment it down below. So, also, if you want the latest news about the report of Israel and Palestine conflict, I'll provide the link in the description box. You can go and check it out. So with that note, I take it off. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead.